Hello and welcome to another episode. Not episode, it's a chapter number 4. In this chapter, we are going to learn about complex decision making in C. Let us start. We all face situations where the actions that we carry out is based on multiple conditions. For example, I will join a company if the company allocates a metro location, gives me a good paycheck, and permits a joining. Wait. So, I will join a company if the company, if it permits joining period for 4 weeks in programming to action performed may based on result of multiple conditions such as programming situation and can be handled elegantly using our logical operators this chapter. Okay, अगर कोई कंडीशंस है आपके उसके अंदर प्रोग्राम के अंदर तो सेम वे में सी में भी वैसे ही कंडीशंस को यूज़ किया जाता है एंड हेयर वी यूज लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स. Okay, so there are three logical operators, namely AND, ampersand, which is described by ampersand, OR, which is described by two lines, and the third one is NOT. This one is NOT. Let me zoom it. The third one is NOT. Okay, let me move this thing over. Okay, so the third one is NOT. There it is. Okay, of these ampersand, that is and OR operator allow two or more conditions to be. Okay, there can be two or more situations when there is use of AND or OR, this conditions to be met. Let us see how they are used in program. Consider following example. The marks obtained by students in 5 different subjects are input through the keyboard. The student gets a division as per the following rules: percentage above or equal to 60 first division, percentage between 50 and 59 second division, percentage between 40 and 49 third division, percentage less than 40 fail. Write a program to calculate the division obtained by a student. Okay, so what we are going to include studio stdio.h int main and int main m1 m2 m3 m4 m5 and then the percentage. We are defining these over here as integers. Okay, because we do not use uh, uh, real numbers. What do you call it? Real? These are not. Okay, real, and the second one was real integers. Okay, float and these are not. These are not after. These are not decimals. Okay. Here we have already defined 60%, 50 to 59, 40 to 49, 40% fail. Okay, so printf enter marks in 5 subjects. The computer will display this thing in the first. Then the person will write 3 marks. Okay, percentage, comma, ampersand m1, ampersand m2, ampersand m3, ampersand m4, ampersand m5. per percentage is equal to m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4 plus m5 multiply. See, here we have to properly write this symbol. Okay, multiply 100 divided by 500. If percentage greater than equal to 60, print f first division, next line, backslash, and next line. Else, if percentage, it's new bracket appears. If percentage greater than 50% or equal to 50%, print f second division. Else, if percentage greater than equal to 40%, print f third division. Else, print f fail, return 0, 3 brackets. This is straightforward program. Observe the program uses nested if-else. Through the program works fine. Though the program works fine, it has 3 disadvantages. As the number of conditions go on increasing, the level of indentation also goes on increasing. मतलब जैसे ही प्रोग्राम पर मतलब जितनी ज़्यादा कंडीशंस आती जाएंगी उतना ही ज़्यादा प्रोग्राम बड़ा होता जाएगा इस केस में. So we do not want that thing to happen. तो क्या होता है कि it is difficult. So if something goes wrong, the program locating, अच्छा अगर कुछ गलत हो जाता है तो आपको बहुत ज़्यादा ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि कहाँ पे गलत हो गया है. ठीक है. It is difficult to match the corresponding if else. ठीक है. It is difficult to match the corresponding pair of braces. ठीक है. ये pair of braces find out करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. बहुत लंबा प्रोग्राम होगा. तो all these three problems can be eliminated by using logical operators. यहाँ पे हम logical operators को use करने जा रहे हैं. तो लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स कैसे यूज होंगे, विल शो यू. इंट m पर सेम है. ठीक है. परसेंटेज प्रिंट एफ एंटर मार्क्स. ठीक है. मार्क्स ऑब्टेन किए, ये आ गया. इसके बाद शुरू होता है असली खेला. खेला खेलेंगे. ओके. here it says if percentage greater than equal to 60%, print f first division. Okay. If percentage per greater than equal to 50 and percentage less than 60, print f second division. If percentage greater than equal to 40 and percentage smaller than 50, print f third division. If percentage is smaller than 40, then print f fail. Easy. In the second statement, if statement and operator is used to combine two conditions, second division gets printed only if both the conditions evaluate to be true. ठीक है. अगर ये दोनों कंडीशंस मीट करती हैं तब ये एक्टिव होगी. All three disadvantages cited above have been overcome in this program. However, there is a negative side to the program too. Even if the first condition turns out to be true, all other conditions are still checked. This will increase the time of execution of program. This can be avoided. मतलब जितना जितना लंबा प्रोग्राम होता जाएगा उतना ही ज़्यादा आपका टाइम कंज्यूमिंग होता जाएगा वो. तो उसको और छोटा करने के लिए द else if clause भी आता है इसके अंदर. if clause, else clause, then else if clause. If percentage greater than 60 or equal to 60, print f first division. Else if percentage greater than 50, but print second division. Else if percentage greater than 40, print third division. Else print fail. Using if else reduces the indentation of statement. Here the last else goes to work only if all conditions fail. ठीक है. Thus the last else handles the none of the above case. Also, if condition is satisfied, other conditions below it are not checked. If there is no explicit action to be taken, if all conditions fail, then else statement can be omitted. Use of logical operators. Yes, no problem. So we are going to study the yes no problem. Yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Another place where logical operators are useful is when we want to write program for complicated logics that ultimately boil down to only two answers, yes or no. The following example. Okay. A company insures its driver in the following cases. If the driver is married, if the driver is unmarried, male and above 30 years of age, if the driver is unmarried, female and above 25 years of age, then the person is insured. The outcome of the in other cases, driver is not insured. If the material marital status, sex, and age of the driver are input, write a program to determine whether the driver should be insured or not. The outcome of the program will be either the driver should be insured or the driver should not be insured. So the program can conveniently be written using logical operators. So for this, let us first identify those cases in which the driver is insured. Driver is married. Okay. Driver is unmarried male above 30 years. Driver is unmarried female above 25 years. Since all the cases lead to the driver being insured, they can be combined using and logical input or okay, into character. Okay. Because here we are going to write M or F. Okay. M as marital status. M married M, unmarried U. Int age. Printf enters age x marital status. Scanf. If ms is equal to m, or ms is equal to unmarried, married or unmarried, yeah. If ms is equal to m or ms is equal you unmarried and sex male and age above 30, or ms is equal to you and sex is equal to female and age greater than 25, driver should be insured, else printf driver should not be insured. Then the driver will be insured only if the condition closed in the evaluates to be true. Parenthesis. So you can write multiple situations using and or logical operators. Okay. The not operator. The third logical operator is not operator, written as exclamatory mark. Okay. This operator reverses the result of the expression it operates on. So if the expression evaluates to be true, then applying not operator is the result into false. Vice versa, if the expression evaluates to be false, then applying uh, not to it makes it true. Here is the example. There is a thing y greater than 10. If y is less than 10, the result will be false. Since y is smaller than 10 is true. The not operator is often used to reverse the logical value of the single variable as an expression. If not flag, the other way of saying is if flag equal to 0. This is complicated. X false, 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 Y false, 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 X not, true, true, false, false, Y not, false, true, false, X and Y, X and Y, false, 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 true, false, false, true, false, or. Okay, so here we are going to see this thing, X or Y, X or Y, false, 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 true, 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 false, true, true. Okay, so here when we input not here, then false becomes true, false becomes true, true becomes false, true becomes false. Okay, hierarchy of operator revision. Okay, here is the hierarchy how these logical operators are assigned as per their hierarchy. Since we now have added logical operator to the list, we know the time to review these operators and their priorities. The higher the position of operator in the table, higher is its priority. Okay, top one will be executed first, and then a full-fledged precedence table of operator is given in Appendix B. Okay, not first of all, not is given the preference, then multiply, then division, then modulus. Okay, first this is operator, arithmetic is given, then arithmetic, then rational. These are rational operators. Relational. These are relational to where equal to comes or greater less than comes. These are relational. These are logical, logical and logical or assignment. Conditional operator. The conditional operator question mark and what is this sign? I don't remember. Are sometimes called ternary operators since they take three arguments. In fact, they form kind of foreshortedness if then else they are generally form. Expression 1 question mark, expression 2, expression 3. What this expression says, if expression 1 is true, then the value returned by expression 2, then the value returned will be expression 2. Otherwise, the value returned will be expression 3. Let us understand with the help of example. Int xy scanf, okay, y equal to x greater than 5 question mark 3 colon 4. The statement will store 3 in y if x is greater than 5. Otherwise, it will store 4. We are going complicated, little more complicated over here. This chapter 4 was too much for me. I was delaying it from like 2 months. I don't know why. Okay, after this, we are going to do some exercise over this thing because I want this chapter to be completed and done with, and I want to move on to chapter 5 ASAP. This thing is not going anywhere. And so loop control instructions is the next chapter. How much big it is. Oh, it's small. Very, very small chapter. Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages only. Wow. Okay. Character A, character A int y scanf C. Okay, character A inside y equal to A greater than equal to 65 and a smaller than equal to 90 question mark 1 0. Hmm. If a is greater than 65 and less than 90, then answer would be 1, else 0. Here 1 would be assigned to y if a is greater than equal to 65 and a is less than 90. Otherwise true, else 0 would be assigned. Yeah, that's what I said. It is necessary that statement after question mark or be only arithmetic statement. This illustrates the following. Int I scanf. Okay, I equal to 1 question mark printf Amitabh printf or printf all and sundry. P greater than what the hell? What the hell? The conditional operator can be nested as shown below. Int big A B C big A greater than B question mark A greater than C question mark 3 raised to 4 or B greater than C question mark 6 8. Set out the following A D question mark G A G D value required by F value. Okay. In absence of parentheses, but in while of which B is being assigned to a word of expression to let. Okay, so here we have completed the chapter 4. Now we need to exercise over it. Year is entered through the keyboard. Write a program to determine whether year is leap or not using and or learn. Okay, printf enter year. Scanner percentage year if year percentage 400 equal to 0 year percentage 100 not 0 year percentage 4 equal to 0 printf year. Year remainder modulus 400 is equal to 0. If the character is entered through the keyboard, write a program to determine whether the character. Okay, so let us go for the exercise. Let's keep it aside. Now we are going to exercise. Character is entered through the keyboard. Write a program to determine whether the character is capital letter, small letter, a digit, or a special symbol. The following shows the values for these. In that we start the program by let's see watch and type the characters. Enter the character from the key. Now I don't understand why it is sometimes after to make this thing. So it is a character, so we will do the modulus C. Which is small Now comes the if part. If CH, CH is greater than or equal to 65 and CH is smaller than equal to 90, print f hmm print f equal is equal to is larger if CH is greater than equal to 97 and assignment which is smaller than equal to 122 print f small is if CH is greater than equal to 48 and CH is smaller than equal to 57 and the character is is digit if CH CH is greater than equal to 0 and CH small equal to 47. Is it L or L? I, not I. Is this symbol? What key is used for R? Is the used symbol on double vertical line symbol to type vertical variables? Keyboard typically press shift and then backslash. Sorry, shift and backslash. Okay. Or CH greater than 58 and CH smaller than equal to 64. CH greater than equal to 91. CH smaller than equal to 96. CH CH greater than equal to 123 and CH smaller than equal to 127. Here comes note 12 because these characters are being used by others. 58 is used by others. 8. How come 58? I'm going to put equal to. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to change. You see a just character line current is 0 and CH is less than 48. Hmm.